We like things simple, black and white, good versus evil. It's comforting to think in absolutes, to believe that good and evil are easily distinguishable. But life, as we know, is rarely that simple. But what happens when the lines blur? When the clear distinctions we rely on start to fade and the boundaries between good and evil become indistinct? What happens when the supposed forces of light and darkness seem to share a face? When the heroes and villains of our stories look eerily similar, it forces us to question our perceptions. This isn't heresy, it's an age-old question that has haunted theologians, philosophers, and artists for centuries. They have pondered the nature of good and evil, often finding that the two are more intertwined than we might like to admit. Why does God, the epitome of love and righteousness, often appear so similar to the devil, the embodiment of temptation and sin? Is it possible that the stark contrast we imagine is more nuanced than we think? It's a question that challenges our assumptions and forces us to confront the complexities of our own beliefs. It makes us wonder if our understanding of good and evil is as clear-cut as we assume. The answer, like most things worth pondering, is far from straightforward. It requires us to delve into the depths of our own morality and the stories that shape our understanding of the world. Perhaps the similarities aren't about physical appearance, but something deeper, something woven into the very fabric of their beings. It could be that the essence of good and evil is more about intention and consequence than mere outward appearances. To understand, we must journey to the heart of their stories, exploring their origins, their motives, and their impact on the human experience. We must look beyond the surface and seek the underlying truths that define these concepts. Throughout history, we see examples of this duality. Great leaders who have committed both heroic and horrific acts, saints who have struggled with their own inner demons, and villains who have shown moments of unexpected kindness. This balance, this interplay between good and evil, is a fundamental part of the human condition. It reminds us that we are all capable of both great good and great evil, and that the line between the two is often thinner than we might like to believe. In the end, understanding the similarities between good and evil can lead to a deeper understanding of ourselves. It can help us navigate the complexities of life with greater wisdom and compassion. So as we ponder the question of why good and evil sometimes look alike, let us remember that the journey to understanding is as important as the answers we seek. It is through this journey that we find meaning and purpose in the midst of life's uncertainties. And perhaps in recognizing the shared humanity in both our light and our darkness, we can find a way to bridge the divides that separate us, and create a world where the lines between good and evil are not just blurred but transcended. Both God and the devil, as we understand them, are often credited with immense power. These two figures, central to many religious and mythological narratives, embody the ultimate forces of good and evil. Their stories have been told and retold across cultures and centuries, each time adding layers of complexity to their characters. They are creators, destroyers, and influencers of fate. God is often seen as the benevolent creator, bringing forth life and order from the chaos. The devil, on the other hand, is frequently portrayed as the harbinger of destruction, sowing discord and tempting humanity away from the path of righteousness. God, in most monotheistic traditions, is the ultimate architect of the universe, the giver of life and the ultimate judge. He is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, watching over his creation with a guiding hand. His power is absolute, and his will is the foundation upon which the cosmos is built. The devil, conversely, holds dominion over a different kind of creation, temptation, sin, and the darker aspects of human nature. He is the master of deceit, luring souls into his grasp with promises of power, pleasure, and forbidden knowledge. His influence is subtle yet pervasive, a constant test of human virtue and resilience. He is often depicted as a fallen angel, once close to God but cast out for his rebellious ambition. This fall from grace is a powerful narrative of pride and punishment, illustrating the consequences of defying divine authority. Lucifer, as he was known before his fall, was a being of immense beauty and power, whose tragic flaw led to his eternal damnation. This shared history, this proximity to divine power, is perhaps the first clue to their uncanny resemblance. Both God and the devil were once part of the same divine order, their destinies intertwined from the very beginning. Their stories are not just about conflict but also about the delicate balance of power and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. They are, in a sense, two sides of the same coin, reflecting the duality that exists within all things. This duality is a fundamental aspect of the human experience, representing the constant tension between opposing forces. It is through this lens that we can better understand the roles of God and the devil in our lives and in the broader narrative of existence. One cannot exist without the other. The presence of evil gives meaning to good, just as darkness defines light. This interplay is essential to the fabric of reality, creating a dynamic equilibrium that shapes our understanding of morality and the universe. Light needs darkness to define itself, and even creation requires the potential for destruction. This cyclical nature of existence is evident in the changing seasons, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the eternal cycle of life and death. It is a reminder that all things are interconnected, and that balance is the key to harmony. It is in this intricate dance of opposites that we begin to unravel the mystery of their likeness. The stories of God and the devil are not just about good versus evil, but about the complex interplay of forces that shape our world. By exploring these narratives, we gain insight into the nature of power, the consequences of choice, and the eternal quest for balance in the universe. Let's delve into the stories we tell about them. These tales have been passed down through generations, shaping our understanding of morality, faith, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. They are more than just stories, they are the bedrock of our cultural and spiritual heritage. In the Garden of Eden, it was the serpent, often interpreted as the devil's guise, who tempted Eve with the forbidden fruit, leading to humanity's fall from grace. This act of disobedience is seen as the original sin, a moment that forever altered the course of human history. The serpent's cunning and Eve's curiosity set the stage for a narrative that has been retold countless times, each retelling adding layers of meaning and interpretation. God in turn banished Adam and Eve from paradise, a punishment for succumbing to temptation. This expulsion from Eden is not just a physical banishment but a spiritual one, symbolizing the loss of innocence and the beginning of human suffering. The story serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of our actions and the fragile nature of our existence. Fast forward to the New Testament, and we see Satan tempting Jesus in the desert, offering him dominion over the world in exchange for his loyalty. This episode highlights the ongoing battle between good and evil, a struggle that is not confined to the past but continues to resonate in our lives today. Jesus' resistance to temptation serves as a model of faith and integrity, a beacon of hope in a world often fraught with moral ambiguity. Again, we see a pattern of temptation and resistance, with God and the devil playing their designated roles in this cosmic drama. This eternal struggle is not just a battle between two opposing forces but a reflection of the inner conflict that each of us faces. It is a reminder that the choices we make are not just personal but have cosmic significance, influencing the balance between good and evil in the world. But are these roles as clear-cut as they seem? The stories we tell often paint a black and white picture, but reality is far more complex. The devil tempts, yes, but doesn't God also test? Abraham's near sacrifice of Isaac, the devil tempts, yes, but doesn't God also test? Abraham's near sacrifice of Isaac is a prime example. This story challenges our understanding of faith and obedience, pushing us to question the nature of divine commands and the limits of human endurance. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth that sometimes, the line between testing and temptation is not as clear as we would like to believe. Job's trials and tribulations, these stories suggest a divine hand at work, pushing the boundaries of faith and obedience. Job's unwavering faith in the face of unimaginable suffering serves as a testament to the human spirit's resilience. It also raises questions about the nature of divine justice and the purpose of suffering. Is it a test of faith, a punishment, or something else entirely? Perhaps the line between temptation and testing is thinner than we think, a matter of perspective rather than absolute truth. What one person sees as a test of faith, another might view as a cruel temptation. This ambiguity forces us to grapple with the complexities of our beliefs and the nature of divine intervention. It challenges us to look beyond the surface and seek deeper understanding. And perhaps this blurring of lines is another piece of the puzzle, hinting at a deeper connection between these seemingly opposing forces. The interplay between good and evil, temptation and testing, is not just a cosmic drama, but a reflection of the human condition. It reminds us that we are all part of this eternal struggle, and our choices shape the world around us. In the end, these stories are not just about the past, but about our present and future, guiding us as we navigate the complexities of life.